Okay, guys, so I'm going to show you this boards app. So here it is. Okay, so you're going to see this is what it looks like when you start creating the boards inside the boards app. So yours won't have like it says right here, my boards, right? So these are all the ones that I've created. If you notice that there's some that have these people here, those are because I shared those boards, or actually this board was shared with me. This one is ours. So yours might look a little different. So I started doing this and then I had to cancel. So I'm just going to delete the board so we're going to start fresh. All right. So you're going to see it. It's going to be blank. You're going to want to go to create board, right? So you hit the create boards. And what I think you can do is just write customers. Now, if you call your customers something else, or maybe you want to have one for customers, one for samples, maybe hostesses, um, people that you asked for the business, like you could create a board for each one if you wanted to, right? So, all right, so I'm going to hit done. It's going to tell you at the bottom, this board is currently empty, add your first key. So you click the plus button, right? So these are the options. You can add another folder. You can do text. You can do YouTube or Venmo. No, not Venmo. V- Vimo or something like that. I don't know. Then you can do a link, images, and PDFs, right? So that's a lot. You can do a lot in here. So what my thought is, how my brain goes to where I could organize it, and you guys don't have to do it this way, it's just a suggestion. You can go to folders, right? And then you could say, okay, Betsy. Betsy is my first customer. And you can change the emoji to whatever you want. Now it says, okay, that's great. Now, but this folder is empty, right? So what are you going to add to it? So I'm going to say, I'm going to add a text, and I'm going to say, orders. All right. Um, so I'm going to say orders. She did an order on 9/22 and she bought solids. Okay. And then I'm going to hit done. So then if you go out, you're going to see, right? Betsy, she did orders. Okay. What else did Betsy do? Well, I'm going to do another text, and Betsy gave me her contact info on whether it's text or Facebook Messenger. And you can add her Facebook Messenger URL. I'll show you how to do that on the desktop. It's a little bit harder to do that portion of it on the phone, but there is a desktop option, or you could just go, copy and paste back and forth. Okay, so see that? So what I'm going to do is hit the arrow to go back, okay? And I'm going to hit the arrow to go back again so I can go to the home screen so you can see what it looks like. All right, so customers, I'm going to hit that. Okay, Betsy's my customer. I'm going to hit Betsy. That's her order and that's her contact information, right? So that way I will never forget Betsy. All right, so now Sarah. Sarah became a customer. So I'm going to hit the button and I'm going to do a folder. All right, so Sarah is my first customer or a second customer. I'm going to hit done. I'm going to go to the plus. I'm going to hit a text and I'm going to say orders. And, she ordered on, 9/25 and she bought glitter or whatever you want to put in here, right? But at least you have a place where you know what Sarah bought, right? The most important thing is writing the text of her contact info, right? Because we want to be that person that is reaching out to our customers, right? So that we are kind of like, I look at it as like, we're like the concierge in between Color Street and the customer, right? So we have to make sure that they're kind of like their I don't know why I'm like blanking, but their experience, right, is awesome, right? So when they get their order, like we want to be like, hey, did you get your order? Did everything go well? Like everything looks good, right? Blah, blah, blah. Reach back out to them. Hey, how's everything going? Which ones did you use? Like keeping that relationship up with your customer base, right? Now, we all probably have a pretty good customer base at this point. How are we keeping track? Like we're going to lose track, right? All right, so look at this. So now you can see this, there's customers, right? How about if we created a board that said sample request, right? Sample request, because I'm not going to remember all the people that I gave samples to. I think we can reorder these too, which you can do like reorder, right? So look at, I think you hit the button here. So I gave that. So you could actually create a sales funnel where it could be a sample request. They became customers, right? Hostesses, and maybe like recruits, or I asked them about the business opportunity. Okay. So the same thing's going to happen. I'm going to go into sample request. Oh, I got to hit done. Sample request. I can make a folder for my friend Michelle. She's, she asked for a sample. I can say, send sample on whatever day, 10 to, 10 to, right? Because then that way I can track her and where she is in my sales funnel, right? The most important thing is we need to get our contact information in here so that we can it's easier to hit that button, that contact button, and right, and talk to her, right? So because we want to make things fast and efficient. So like I said, your board's going to look different than mine, but you can make this as like a sales funnel board, which is really kind of cool. Now, let me I don't want to kind of overwhelm you, but I made a team board, right? So I'm going to click on the team board. There's so much information in here, but I was just kind of like dumping everything in here, and I haven't really strategically figured out how I want to work this. But once I share the team board, you get it. It comes right to you, right? So talk about how duplicating is so easy, right? So if you look under new stylist, you're going to see all the stuff the new stylist should be doing. And this is the cool part. So number one thing that's the cool part is it's on your phone, right? So the other thing is if you have the team board, whatever I create on the team board and change out, you'll get the update. So you don't have to update it. It just updates itself, right? Now, here's the cool thing. So say if I'm texting or I'm using Facebook Messenger, and I'm just going to Facebook Messenger myself, right? Where am I? Of course, it's not going to pop up right away, right? Okay, here I am. So, I was already in here. So here I am. Okay, so I'm messaging. Let me just get rid of this, okay? I'm going to message my new stylist, right? And she said she needs the link tree with all the information. So if you go down to see where the world is down here, boards becomes part of your keyboard. All right. So this is what the cool thing is. So once it's inside boards, you can access it through your keyboard. So say if you're right in the middle of messaging somebody and they say they need something, well, you hit the little world. Okay. And I want to show you something though. So I have a couple of things. I've got Bitmojis, right? And then I have this. All right. So look at these on the side are all the boards, right? We made the sample board. We made a customer list, right? We also have the team board, okay? So your new stylist says, I need the link tree. Okay, no problem. I'm in my keyboard. Look at, I'm going to hit this. If I hit here, that goes right to her. Do you see how quick and efficient that is? Is that not amazing? Okay. Then she says, hey, what groups should I join? Okay, let me send you that you need to be in the original graphics group. All I did was clicked it. There you go. There's the link. Okay. Do you see how efficient this can be? Right? Super efficient. Weekly calls. Hey girl, you need to get on this. Okay. And then she clicks on that and it'll tell her, okay, wait, this is where I should be. Yep, this is where you should be, right? It's all at your fingertips. You see how easy that is? Okay. And you can do it in text as well. All right. So you can do it in text, messenger, wherever you are, wherever your keyboard is where you can use it. Okay. So let me, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And I'm going to share the other screen. Let me see. Let me get to it first. Okay, guys. So and I'm not quite sure. I'm going to stop sharing again. Sorry. Okay. I'm hoping you guys can see the boards. So this is the boards, right? So you can get the boards app on your phone. When I got the boards app, I had to like reach out to them and they gave me access to the desktop. I think you can go right to your desktop now and get it. Okay. So here's what it looks like. What you're going to do is just sign in. They have like a couple of little things that kind of show you what to do here. Okay. Which is really cool. But I'm going to sign in and it should go right to it because I think I'm already signed in. Okay. So see how it looks almost exactly like the app, right? So this is the stuff that we already created. But here, I want to show you something, right? So the contact info, if I go to Facebook, what I can do is go to my Facebook URL. I'm just going to go to mine, okay? So you do that from up the top, this right here, right? So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go to the boards app, right? Here's her contact information. I'm going to put it in here and I'm just going to click out, right? So when I go to my customers, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to do follow-ups, right? So I'm going to be like, all right, I'm going to set my clock for 20 minutes and I'm just going to do follow-ups. And my customer base is pretty large at this point. Say I have like 500 customers. How the heck am I going to do 500 customer reach outs? Like that's like insane, right? But if I say for 30 minutes, I'm just going to reach out to whoever I can for right now, for the next 30 minutes, and I'm just going to bang through it just to see how everybody's doing. If I have all my customers all down here, right, all in a folder with their contact information. Oh, was it? No, it was, sorry, it wasn't, it was samples, right? Michelle. Oh, was it not? Ah, who was it? Was it the other girl? Is it Betsy? Okay, sorry, I put it underneath Betsy. I didn't know where I put it. So say I want to do all of these follow-ups, I'm just going to click here. It actually should be highlighted. Or maybe it needs to be, all right, maybe I screwed up here. Maybe it needs to be a link. Let's see. Sorry, guys. Okay, now click out. Ah, there we go. All right, so do that. Make it a link. Sorry about that, guys. So contact information, you can just do it as a link. And then that way I can click on it and it's going to go right to my page, right? So that's the purpose of it, is you want to come inside here and say to yourself, I am going to do reach outs. All right. So if you guys saw that, if you go here, you have to do it through a link. Sorry, I put it in a text. And if you put it in a text, it's just going to be there. So what you want to do is have it hyperlinked. So that way, when you click on it, I can click on here. I click on it, excuse me. I say what I want to say. I can message her, or if I want to just go on her profile, I can message her profile. Then I go back out, right? And I go to the next person. I don't want to get distracted. I just want to do follow-up after follow-up after follow-up. And once you have all your customers in there and the people that you sent samples to and hostesses, right? And maybe even like people that you mentioned the business to, you have them all in a spot that you just need to keep on reaching out, right? And building that relationship and not getting distracted by social media, right? And how cool is it that you can come in here and you can write notes, right? You could say, hey, I reached out to her. The last reach out was blah, blah, blah. But you have a folder of what's going on with Betsy. And how cool is this that you could do it on your desktop, and then you have to run out to grab your kids, right? And now you're waiting at dance and they're not getting out for another 15 minutes. You can go back into your boards app and keep on messaging, right? And be on an efficient workflow, okay? Instead of being inside Facebook and getting, I mean, the amount of DMs, I don't even know how many I have going, guys, right? There's just, it's a lot. It's a lot. So I hope that was helpful. I can get into more detail, but I'm actually going to try to have the boards person come on and share. If you want the team board, like I said, it's not strategically placed just yet. I haven't even gotten a Facebook party in here, but could you imagine if I have a Facebook party in here and all you have to do is copy, right? So there you go. You can take a look at like all the stuff that's in here. Okay. Just kind of go through them. All right, guys. Hope that was helpful. Bye.